Are we going to see our first landfalling hurricane in the beginning of June? According to the GFS, we might. The American model is also thinking we could have a major hurricane in the eastern Pacific in the next couple weeks. And we do have a severe weather threat today stretching from the southern plains all the way out to the southeast. Let's get into the updates. So could we see a landfalling hurricane in the US within the first 2 weeks of June? Of course, it's not impossible. We have very, very warm waters right now in the Gulf and Caribbean. They're well above average. And that is the fuel for these storms. Right now, there is not much going on down here in the Caribbean, but that may change according to our Euro and GFS models. Watch closely to this region as we move ahead in time. You'll see we start to get a lot of convection moving up into the southern Caribbean. And the latest GFS run does want to bring this energy to the north, potentially driving it up the southeastern coast, as you can see right here. Now, any potential tropical cyclogenesis is still around 250 hours out on this model, so obviously you need to take this with a large grain of salt. We're going to see our global start to spit out all sorts of tropical cyclone possibilities now that we're pushing into hurricane season. But as we know, we already have Tropical Depression 1 in the eastern Pacific, so we start to pay attention to these possibilities a little bit more as we get into June. The American model is also showing another potential tropical cyclone in the eastern Pacific, and this is just about 150 hours out. So I would say we really want to pay attention to this. Not only that, the GFS has this thing getting down to 939 millibars. Do I think that'll happen? Probably not. But if it does, we're talking major hurricane status, Cat 3 plus. So yeah, things are getting interesting and quick. As I've said many times, our water out here in the Western Atlantic, Gulf, and Northern Caribbean is well above average, and not just out here, but also in the Eastern Pacific. So if we can get some of that wind shear to pull back, there is the opportunity for development. All right, now quickly getting over to our severe weather threat for today. In my opinion, the biggest concern is going to be around the southern panhandle of Texas, around the Lubbock area. You can see we do have a 5% torr risk there, with a much larger 2% torr risk stretching out almost all the way down to southwestern Dallas-Fort Worth. We're also watching this 2% risk in portions of the Tennessee and Ohio Valley, down here in the panhandle of Florida, and then down here in southeastern Georgia and southern South Carolina. Hail-wise, like I always say, typically where you have your highest tornado chances, that's where you're going to see your highest hail chances, because both tornadoes and hail need strong updrafts. Western Texas, southern panhandle of Texas, around Lubbock, you can see there we have a 15 to 30% hatched risk for hail. 4-inch plus hail looks possible in this region today. Our greatest wind risk is around the same vicinity. You can see here 15 to 30% hatch region as well. We could see severe thunderstorms producing 80+ mile-per-hour wind gusts today. We will be watching really from Jacksonville all the way up to the southeastern North Carolina coast as well. Our storms out in the plains look to start firing off into the evening hours, and out east we could see these storms developing a little bit earlier into the late afternoon, but also stretching on through the evening. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you like this type of content, feel free to throw me a follow or sub. I make posts like this every day, and I stream every day as well. I'll see you in the next video.